Welcome back to the Finals Film Room on NBA TV. Rick Hamlet, Greg Anthony, Sam Mitchell, and the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. Our score through three quarters is 102-88. Of course, the Dubs on top. The 102 is the most points through three quarters since the Chicago Bulls had 104 points through three quarters back in 1992. But Mike and Sam and Greg, I know you want to talk about three-point shooting or lack thereof from Cleveland, who is 16 of 54, 29.6% from downtown through six quarters in this series.
You know, coming into the series, number one three-point shooting team in the playoffs, shooting 44%. I personally think the reason why they're having a tough time making them, they're tired. They're tired of running back with this team in the transition, tired of trying to get out to the three-point line. And at the same time, Golden State, which averaged 12 makes a game, averaged 31 attempts per game, and averaged 38% during the whole season, regular season. Right now, they have 14 already at the end of the third quarter, 34 attempts already, and they're shooting 41%. That's a big number, three-point line.
Greg, something you talked about in game one, you kept talking about pace. And, Coach, to your point, if Cleveland's tired and Golden State could continue to play at this pace for 48 minutes, and Cleveland can't because of fatigue, at some point, and you talked about this game one, at some point, Tyronn is going to have to make another adjustment. He's going to have to slow this game down, take the air out of the ball, because if my team, if my five best players physically can't play the minutes I need to keep them on the court to stay in these games against Golden State, then I got to do something to keep those guys on the floor, because the drop-off is so significant when LeBron James, just one guy goes to the bench. Golden State, when they substitute, they can sustain those runs because of how they play. Cleveland can, so they may have to look at, if they lose this game, game three at home, slowing this game down a lot.
I think it changes going home. I think you're right on. I've always felt in the playoffs that the home team's like a half step quicker. In this series, they're about a full step quicker. And so I think they do need to change it from a tempo standpoint. Could be different going home because you're going to have more energy. You're going to feed off of that crowd. But on the road, they're going to have to figure out a way to slow this game down and force less possessions into the game. And they haven't done that through seven quarters.
And one thing Golden State will do, and we saw it tonight early, they have a tendency for games sometimes to turn the ball over. So if you slow them down and make them an impatient team, you can slow it down and force them into some bad decisions.
Kyle Korver with a corner three, answering the layup by Ian Clark to start the fourth quarter to give a 16-point lead to the Warriors, but that shot makes it a 14-point Cleveland deficit. And a turnover here by Golden State, picked off by D. Will.
Sam, going back to what you said, wasn't the seventh game last year 94-89? Yeah. A little different. That's what Cleveland did to win it.
The shot was a little quick by Korver, wasn't it?
Well, again, Korver I can live with taking the quick one. He's the best shooter on my team, and I think that's you trying to get him opportunities. And sometimes against great defense, that opportunity is going to come early in the shot clock.
It's a foul on Kevin Durant that he did not agree with.
That's actually a good foul, though. Tristan Thompson had a dunk, so you're okay with those type of fouls.
And this is one of those stretches, too, for Steve Kerr. Guys, don't lose our focus. Don't waste possessions here. 14-point game, LeBron on the bench. We don't want to give this team confidence, and we don't want to let that guy, Kyrie, get going.
Step back. No. Kyrie's been off. Now 5 of 17 from the field in this game.